And we've got all the right in the world on our side. And there ain't no reason to be afraid. And there ain't no reason to not take the challenge dead on. Because I'm going to tell you who we come from, folks. We don't come from some weak, jellyback, spineless people. That's not who we come from. None of us. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what nation your folks hail from, how much money you got. We all share the same name. We are Americans. And at Bunker Hill, there was Americans. And at Fredericksburg and Gettysburg, there was Americans. And at Iwo Jima, raising that flag on Suribachi, it was Americans. And at Pork Chop Hill, there was Americans. Quezon, there was Americans. And on 9/11, there was Americans who ran towards those burning buildings. That is who you share your heritage with. You do not share your heritage with a weak and ineffective people who cower at the sight of trouble. You share your heritage with a strong and brave people who are determined to hold on to their freedom and for the freedom of future generations. Guys, it's time for us to stand up and be that generation. It's time for us to stand strong and proud and remember who we are. That we are Americans. And as long as we stand as the vanguard of freedom in this nation, freedom will survive people. Not only survive, it will thrive. So guys, it's time to put on our packs. It's time to fix those bayonets. It's time to get ready. We got a fight on our hands. And our fight is not for us, for all those generations that's going to come behind us. Let's save America, folks.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Hey, folks, welcome to the program. We're going to talk about, you've probably heard about them, a lot of people talking about the Epstein photos, the more release. Well, we're going to talk about the Epstein photos and the additional ones that have been released and the con that's currently in play. Hey, folks, welcome to the program. Do me a favor. Would you please raise your finger? Do like, well, not the same way. You know, the haters that always join us, not that finger, but give me the finger, would you please? Share this program. Although I'm going to warn you right up front, when I take you down this path today, not only will things become more clear to you as to how this is done and what's going on, but I think you're going to be very upset. It's just the way it is. I think you're going to be very upset because this might be the final time where you look at the crap, you get it, you understand it, and you kind of go, holy smokes. Now it all makes sense. It's very possible. Today's program's brought to you by the fine folks at Goldco. Here's what I'm asking you to do. Go to jovanlovesgold.com. jovanlovesgold.com. I just want you to request your free gold and silver kit today because now's the time to protect your money. I'm telling you, folks, and I can tell you this over and over and over. Something's coming. When there is a switchover, right? When it is a switchover to digital money. It's going to happen. I just want you to be prepared. Is that okay? I just want you to be prepared. Also, to deal with your stress, holidays, I've got this for you. The fine folks at CB Distillery have done it again for you. It's out there. I would like for you to consider paying attention to it because you've got some time left. Holidays, they're hectic, family drama, last minute shopping. Late nights, you're about to have some, all that damn cooking, cleaning up. Oh, man. And it feels like an endurance test, right? That's why I'm sharing with you the ultimate holiday survival plan, CBD from CB Distillery. Seriously, everything you need for a merry holiday is here. Maybe mom for a stocking, CBD for better sleep. Maybe you need the roll-on for your post-workout pain. Maybe you give that to your workout buddies. Maybe you just need some gummies to get your calm on, right? Every CBD product is made with premium quality clean ingredients, no fillers, no artificial anything. They've got over 2 million customers and 100% money back guarantee. You can ask people in chat, folks. Go ahead. So this year, give yourself and everyone on your list a gift of better sleep, less stress, and pain relief with CBD from CB Distillery. And the promo code, remember it, it's Rumble, not my name. 25% of your entire purchase is what you're going to save. Visit cbdistillery.com and our promo code Rumble. That's for 25% off. cbdistillery.com, promo code Rumble. cbdistillery.com. Specific product availability depends upon the regulators in your state. Okay. When I say to you that I'm telling you from this particular episode, it might be the one that actually really makes it click for your family and friends, right? It might be the one that just really makes it click for your family and friends. And that's why I ask you to pay attention. I'll intentionally do it quick. But I do think when it finally hits with you, you're going to be upset. Now, I'm going to show you a phenomenon first. I want to show you a phenomenon first, if that's okay. I played it before, but I want to give you a little more in-depth view to understand how it happens. Now, the first analogy I'll use for you, you saw news reports that another 300,000 Epstein files were released. Who are the celebrities in the photos, right? Kevin Spacey, Bannon. You're seeing people in these photos where there was a big drop, okay? The news, if you call it that, the shoveled views broadcasters, what they led with was a photo of a big drawer of items. Now, can you tell me what's wrong with this photo? Take a look at it. This is supposedly maybe a raid photo, an investigation photo, I don't know, that they went into Epstein's house, and here are all these pictures, and underneath those pictures were a bunch of organized pictures and papers. Now, the first thing you know, if it was really a investigatory scene, those white papers probably wouldn't be on top. But if you look at the way the photos are tilted on the left, you see a stack and you see some tilted up. Probably the first thing you should notice is that drawer's not going to shut. And so you're probably right if you're thinking this is staged like Mar-a-Lago, because the photo they led with, you see that how convenient when all the other photos are all the same size, stacked by size, but you have very conveniently this photo of Donald Trump, right, that you've seen at some event where Melania and him happened to take a photo. But if you look at it, that drawer won't close. And so I'm telling you, just so you know, this is another staged photo, just like they did just like they did when they raided Mar-a-Lago. And that's why I kind of call this the perpetual con going on, because it is a perpetual con going on. But, wrong one. It is a perpetual con going on. And I want you to understand this perpetual con going on. And all that did was give them the ability to drag President Trump in it and to lead with Trump, because most people will never look deep. Now, I want you to understand the concept in psychological warfare of short-circuiting people's minds by shortcutting. See, that was a shortcut. In all of those photos you see there, and the one they highlight, they force you to look at a photo of a highly identifiable man, President Trump. And so what they do is they use shortcuts to short circuit people's minds and lock in a story. Doesn't matter what else you see there, Clinton and Kevin Spacey and Mick Jagger and Bill Gates and all these people you see in those photos, which are a lot more intimate photos versus the one with President Trump at an outside event. They've short-circuited people's mind to believe it's Trump by putting that photo in there. Now, when you understand the shortcuts, okay, I'm going to play a video for you that I've played many a times. And I just want you to understand, if a system was horribly bad, right, and you thought America was going to hell in a handbasket, which both the right and the left do. See, everybody's in the same boat. Even the left believes America's fridged up and going to fail. Even the left believes that. If you're on the right, you believe that also. So when you have this common thought process that's out there, the system, one of the ways you can tell that the system is controlling the narrative is if you can identify the shortcuts that they're substituting to short circuit your brain. Now remember that. If you can identify the shortcuts they are substituting to short circuit your brain. Now, with that said, I want you to listen to keywords. I've always told you about keywords. I'm going to play you how the left armed and radicalized a nation by using a shortcutted substitution. Keep that theme in your brain. I'm going to show you how the bad actors, because the whole world knows something screwed up in the United States of America, left or right. You know things are wrong because left or right, both are getting hammered with, high mortgages and groceries through the roof or whatever. Everybody feels it equally. That's why there is no side, only your side, right? But I want to show you the shortcut substitute. I'm going to play this for you. I played it for you before. I'm going to play it for you again because it is a prime example of how the system utilizes a substitute shortcut to short circuit people's brains.
So good. So good.
I'm a time traveler from the year 2025, and I've come here to kill you, Hitler.
Oh, not again. I'm never gonna have enough time to finish these paintings with all of these time travelers trying to kill me.
Well, I'm going to succeed.
Before you pull the trigger, can I just ask why? Why do all of you people want to kill me?
Isn't it obvious? I'm a progressive, a liberal, a fighter for social justice.
Now, I know you've seen this. What you're going to realize with this cute girl, she is in this story by Babylon Bee. They are revealing to you the substitution that took place, the shortcut. And this is what the left did to conquer women, to conquer liberals. When it comes to Donald J. Trump, they did a shortcut substitution. And it shortwires your brain because your brain will always go to the shortcut that you can pin it on and go, oh, that's it. Now watch it again.
So good. So good.
I'm a time traveler from the year 2025, and I've come here to kill you, Hitler.
Oh, not again. I'm never gonna have enough time to finish these paintings with all of these time travelers trying to kill me.
Well, I'm going to succeed.
Before you pull the trigger, can I just ask why? Why do all of you people want to kill me?
Isn't it obvious? I'm a progressive, a liberal, a fighter for social justice. And you are a fascist who implemented a reign of terror. And while the effects of your policies devastated the world for decades, soon we will be able to take back the White House, and we will be able to use the government to force people to follow our great ideas.
You want to use government power to force your ideas on the populace. Me too! That's fantastic!
What? No. Ugh. You and I have nothing in common. What I'm saying is there are people in our time with dangerous ideas, and we need to silence them.
Silencing those who disagree with you. I do that too! Oh, wunderbar! Oh, the Nazi movement will not die with me.
Don't give me that! I'm enlightened, and you're as bad as... well, as Hitler. Listen, what I'm trying to say is we are very close to implementing a utopia, as long as we can get rid of some certain undesirable people groups.
Yes, like the Jews.
Yes, like the Jews. Oh.
So, in the future,
Oh.
you also do not like the Jews?
Well, no. But we don't believe in segregating all the races like you do. I mean, except for, like, graduation ceremonies. And dorms. And hiring practices. Oh, and admissions policies. That sort of thing.
I too am a fan of the segregation. I'm sorry, I have to ask, is this a real firearm or is this some kind of toy for kids?
It's a flare gun. I'm trying not to support America's toxic gun culture. I'm a firm believer in gun control.
Gun control! This was one of my ideas too. Ban them from the undesirables. Yes, look here. Oh, and your shirt. This is an organization founded by Margaret Sanger. Yes?
Wait, you know about Margaret Sanger?
Jawohl, of course. Oh, she's such a lovely person.
No. She's a fighter for reproductive rights, for women's empowerment,
And the eradication of undesirable populations by means of eugenics. Brilliant lady, very inspiring. I must use some of her ideas in our socialized healthcare system.
Socialized healthcare? That's not your thing. That's our thing.
No, it's very much my thing. Did you know that Nazi means National Socialist German Workers' Party? Nazi is just more catchy. Nazi. Just rolls off the tongue.
No. This can't be true. This has to be some sort of mistake. We are nothing alike. You're Adolf Hitler, evil right-wing fascist dictator, and I'm a feminist restorative justice advocate. And a vegetarian.
You're a vegetarian? Me too!
Okay, I am so confused right now. I came here with a clear goal in mind to kill the most evil man who I've ever lived. Besides Ronald Reagan. But now that I'm meeting you in person, you're not at all what I thought you were. And your painting is actually really good. What do you call it?
I call it Ein Reich ohne Juden.
Wow. I don't know what that means, but it sounds beautiful.
It does, doesn't it?
Okay, now the reason I play that, every bit of that, all of the multiple stories, done a phenomenal job by the Babylon Bee, is all to show you the substitution shortcuts. It's that simple. It's not abortion and killing millions of babies. It's healthcare. It's a civil right. Those are all substitution shortcuts. You're seeing one go on right now in Australia when you had the massacre of Jews at Bondi Beach. Now the Australian government's out claiming they're going to do a gun confiscation because guns killed people there. Not even dealing with the Muslims. But see, you can understand, you see those horrific events, and they give you a shortcut swap is what it is. Now, I'm going to explain this in detail, but I am going to warn you, if you really get how this works, you're going to see something that you probably don't want to see. It's going to cause you to do a self-inventory, and you're going to see why this fight is so damn hard. So let me start from the beginning and explain to you where this came from for me, because somebody had tagged me in something, and I read it, and I go, wow, right? Wow. That kind of makes sense. Hang on one second. Yep. So one that's going on right now is Epstein files, Epstein's files, and that's why they did President Trump up top, because it's a short substitution that they want you to do. It's not even like all the other photos in the mix. It's another setup like Mar-a-Lago, and it tells you it's still going on. But the other day, Brian Cates posted this on his Twitter. Now, I'm going to read you what he said, and that's the premise of what we're going to talk about today. So Brian Cates wrote, I know there is a big narrative push underway to give people the impression that hackers using computers in Caracas or Belgrade or Beijing steal U.S. elections remotely. While the machines play a role in rigged elections, it is almost all done locally in the county. And in 2020, they did a massive surge in remote mail-in voting, specifically to build a 15 million vote advantage for Biden prior to Election Day. And then when that failed, and Trump was ahead anyway on election night, they were forced to reveal massive coordination for the plan B they had prepared. They stopped counting in 5 battlegrounds simultaneously and engaged in 3 furious days of ballot dumping to drag Biden's demented, bony ass over the finish line so he could win. But the problem ever and always was the chain of custody, the signature verification, and those dumped ballots in 5 battleground states, keys counties, such as Fulton County, Georgia, which Biden won in the Electoral College by a mere 11,779 votes. How do they get fake mail-in ballots mailed out, filled out, mailed back in, and counted? Well, election-centric NGOs use fake Social Security numbers to register fake voters with the county registrar. Then they have the NGO staff request a ballot for the fake voter, fill it out, and mail it back in. Turns out some of the billions of U.S. taxpayers' money looted out of the U.S. Treasury and being sent to various NGOs here in the United States and around the world are election-related NGOs. You paid for these NGOs to create the fake Social Security numbers and then use those fake Social Security numbers to register fake voters. And once these fake voters were on the county state voter rolls, to request mail-in ballots for the fake voter. And then they have the staff fill out the ballot and send it back. So the 5 things actual real election fraud activists, investigators have been looking at for the past 5 years and litigating are the voter rolls, the signature verification, the chain of custody for mail-in ballots, organized crime activities, hiding the voter rolls from scrutiny, subverting signature verification laws, violations of chain of custody of the ballots mailed in prior to Election Day, ballots that arrived after Election Day, especially where such mail-in ballots do not have a chain of custody verification. While it's far more sexy to sell a narrative that some asshole in Caracas at a computer is pressing buttons and flipping vote totals in certain counties in Georgia on Election Day, that's not really how they do it. Now, it's nice to see somebody finally freaking embrace how it's done. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I am going to show you why short substitutions are used to subvert. That is why the left assigns President Trump is Hitler. That is why they short substitute words, because when they substitute a shortcut, it is specifically for subversion. And both sides did it, and both sides do it. Now, you might ask yourself, if you've been with me for a while, how can logical people ignore physical evidence? Right? How can logical people ignore physical evidence? Well, the system constantly monitors everything you watch, everything you do, everything that's going on, right? It's just the way it is. You may have noticed in actually just the recent days that Soros's organizations, which Brian talks about in his article, where they do this in 30 states, this is the USAID money, and you have these things going on, they're petrified. And they're petrified because they know that not all of American citizens are buying the narrative that's going to, well, not expose the federal racketeering going on. So that machine, right? That machine is starting up again. Now, I want you to know they're starting up again directly because of you, because they are terrified. It's very funny when we watch this carousel go on. I can tell you, we can document having a conversation at a high level. And I'm not talking with the president, but close. We can document having a conversation at a high level, sharing a little piece of information that's private. It generates a call to Arizona, and all of a sudden, bang, the wolves are back on. Because they sick them on truth to do substitution shortcuts to change the narrative. Now, that's underway right now. So let me explain what Brian is talking about in very simple terms. Because I know you think, how can people not see the absolute prosecutable crimes in the paper and keep on talking about it's the machines? Here's why. The phenomenon starts here. Now, this is documented psychology. Okay? Documented psychology. The phenomenons I'm going to show you is why this occurs. Proportionality bias, okay, is one of the things that happen. See, people expect big events to have big causes. So a foreign government hacked it feels far more proportional than a messy mix of process gaps, incentives, and human errors. People don't want to believe our own country rigged the election because your mind can't grasp it. Your mind cannot grasp everything you thought was true is bullshit. It can't grasp it, okay? And so one of the phenomenons that happens with people, okay, is this particular phenomenon called proportionality bias. It's far easier for people to believe that a big, bad communist foreign country did it than our own government. The next level of this is called intentionality bias. What happens is, instead of understanding that it's bureaucracy that did it, or the systematic drift that this has been happening for a long time, or those very people sitting there having an investigation into the Arizona audit, and they get shocked when they find out about, right? When they find out about, oh, we looked at your mortgage, how'd it get paid off so many times in a row? Well, see, people need to lay the blame on someone's deliberate intent. Remember, I always told you, they'll give you the Satans to hate. They'll also give you the heroes, because they need to place it on an individual that will sell their message, because they don't want you to understand the bureaucracy underneath. It's kind of like a false flag, right? The next level of this that makes people's minds not get it is what's called pattern perception and agent detection. When information is noisy, when it means, holy shit, a lot of this shit went on and a lot of people are involved and they did it a lot of ways, most people's minds cannot handle that. It's too big for them to contemplate. So the system will basically put out the focus person that allows the public at large to focus on one person who has the one answer. When, if we're going to fix a nation, you have to understand every way they do it, or it'll never be fixed. It's like hand counting will not fix what's going on, because hand counting is after the fact. They're already on the voter rolls. They're going to get a ballot. It's going to be voted. It's going to come in. And even if you hand counted, you don't know anything about the history of the ballot. So what that's called is pattern perception agent detection. Because people need one person to focus on. Well, they got it all. They connected the dots. And that enables you not have to think about all the messy stuff underneath. It was China and we got them all. Every one of them, you're going to walk in. You're going to take them to, you're going to take those lawmakers, you're going to take them back to their counties. They're going to give them to their people. They'll be able to run it and say it was China. We got it all. The other part of this, the heuristics part of it, the salience part of it, that means the facts, vivid emotional stories, villains, secret hacks, dramatic claims are easier to recall, and therefore that feels more likely than procedural technical realities. You thinking China, Russia, China assures you don't look under the hood. And they'll give you that person to come out as the hero and tell you it was China. Every one of them. We got them all. It keeps you where you can recall that so easy. It's very easy. It was PCAPs. We got them all. We have them all. It was on an Antifa call. The head of security for Dominion said, don't worry, we've taken care of Trump. He's not going to win. You can focus on that one thing. It's easier for your mind to comprehend. This is this impulse society we have that teaches people tiny little things, not pay attention. Well, that is the heuristics of this, the salient facts of it, because you can't recall 100 salient facts. They did this, they did this, they did this, they did this, they did this. It was China. I know it. They switched the votes. The other part of this is called narrative bias. People need a clean story with characters and motives, and it is far more satisfying than the multi-factor operational breakdown. Narratives aren't sticky, or narratives are sticky, spreadsheets aren't. Are you beginning to see the pattern? Because just like the left does, Trump is Hitler. The right does, they shipped them all to China. Somebody was sitting over there pressing a button. This is, I've always told you, these are dualities. Just like in 2016 when Donald Trump got in and all of the Democrats were calling for get rid of the machines. Let me ask you a simple freaking question. If it was really the machines and we could wave a magic wand, and in 2016, the world, the United States, capitulated to the Democrats and got rid of the machines, is it really the Democrats? Get rid of the machines. I know it's how we rigged the votes, but we got to get rid of them. Are you really that gullible? They can say get rid of the machines because they know that is not how it occurs. The other part of this is called motivated reasoning, identity protective cognition. Identity protective cognition. See, people often accept explanations that protect their group identity or their preferred conclusion. A foreign villain can preserve, get ready for this, my side didn't really lose, or the system isn't flawed, somebody attacked it. You know why they avoid the Arizona full forensic audit? Because it proves we're a captured nation, and it would put hundreds, if not thousands of people in prison. And the techniques were repeated in Georgia and other places. But they need you to believe the narrative. And what's the narrative shortcut they gave you? The system isn't flawed. They're not raping us of trillions of dollars. They're just trying to manage our country. Someone else attacked it. It was Venezuela. Folks, all of this is right out of the CIA handbooks. All of this is right out of psychological warfare. All of this is how it's done. Period. The other part is called illusionary truth effect. You'll understand this one. Repeated claims start to feel true even without good evidence, especially in high repetition media environments. Since 2020, with our broken elections, have we been in a high repetition media lock? You better believe it. What's it been? The machines, the machines, the machines, the machines. Donald Trump cannot fix this. Donald Trump cannot fix this. Donald Trump cannot fix this. I'll use their techniques because you're not getting it. Donald Trump can't fix it. Only the American people can fix it. If the American people have the testicular fortitude to fix it. But see, the whole racket's played out on the American people. This illusionary truth effect, basically what happens, okay, repeated claims start to feel true even without good evidence. Let me play it back for you. In 2016, when people got off their asses and voted for Donald J. Trump, and they already had it rigged for Hillary, they thought they were done. They got going pretty easy. They didn't expect you to show up. Their issue didn't expect you to show up to vote for a television reality star. You blew their system wide open. So they immediately said it was the machines. They immediately said it was Russia. And then they did the pandemic. Now, that's the Democrats. As soon as people activated and did something about it and got out and voted because they wanted to cast their vote for Donald J. Trump, the system went into panic mode. What did the system offer up their people? See, now they had to win their hardcore people back. It was the machines and it was Russia. Then they rolled out the pandemic to get back into control of the one person that could make a difference by leading by example and being a good person. Then they stole 2020. What did the right come out with? It's the machines, and it was China. Well, see, then all of that goes to hell in a handbasket, because once 2020 happened and we all got involved, I wasn't political before this. I didn't give a rat's ass. I should have never let that happen in my life, but I did. And then all of a sudden, when you started to learn about elections and you started to get taught on it, you started to understand. And then by the time we go through all this wasted time, it's the machines, let my people go, it's Antifa, and continually showing you how that was crap. And then it gets to court, and Mike Lindell cannot produce a shred of evidence. And he basically said, well, they were never real. What happened right after that? No, it was really Venezuela. Why Venezuela? Because they planted all the crap about Venezuela, but also you're pissed off about all the shit coming across our southern border. China and Russia were too far away. Hot swap. Okay, it wasn't China. It's Venezuela. Non-stop. What's been going on with that? Non-freaking stop. This is what has happened. This is what is happening. There has never, in the entire history of law, a court case that has been brought and got a conviction for what somebody did in Venezuela. Even your brain, for most people, cannot wrap their heads around this. Venezuela has murders and rape and racketeering and all kinds of shit going on nonstop every day. Do you see them tried in American courts? No. What the left said, and you knew was wrong, it's the machines. You knew. People got up off their ass and went in, and the left didn't account for it. You have accepted the swap. And it's all a freaking con job. 100%. It is a con job. Now, why does this work? Well, here's why. The reason people cannot embrace it's inside the system, that our own country did this to us, is why? It's so many things to consider. It's incremental. You have to learn too many things. It's technical. It's boring. It's hard to compress into a single meme. It is distributed. You don't have one Satan to hurt. It's China. It's Russia. The same fucking formula they use on us. But see, people can't get their head around that, because there's no single culprit. You want to know what the biggest hand job of it all, of why we will lose our nation, is because it implies you, the American people, have to fix it, and people don't want to work that hard. It's the number one reason people do not pay attention, because it means you have to get off your ass and fight. I'm not talking about getting in the streets, but think about how many people and how much they put in to making sure you didn't pay attention to the Arizona audit. Have you ever connected the dots that the very person leading up the election integrity now was the very person that told the AG Attorney General, nope, all the right paper was used, when you have over 1,000 people saying the papers were all different? But they put one person in that said, nope, all the paper was right. It was right. And then they took a Republican, set him there on the last reveal. Well, the most important findings of the audit was the numbers were basically accurate, but Joe Biden got more votes. How can you not see this? And the people don't want to see it. They do not want to see it. They do not want to see it because it implies you have to fix it. And so what happens? The outlandish claim comes. It allows you to have a single enemy. It provides you an emotional certainty because you bought into it, right? It's instant, and it takes low effort to understand. But yet, every one of those people swear to God they are patriots. Swear to God they're working on it. We're patriots. We're fighting this. You're just a mean dick. You shouldn't be calling out people. You shouldn't be calling out election integrity. Well, all the while, it's right there in front of your freaking face. Right there. So plain to see, it's ridiculous. In 2008, Obama had 69 million votes. His next term, 65 million. Hillary against Trump, 65 million. Then we get the Biden FU, 81 million. Then Kamala closing out, when it was certified, it had 68 million votes. And to this day, they've been adding votes. It still happens to this day. She's up over 75 million votes. How does that happen after 4 freaking years, or whatever it is, not 4 years, but 2.5 years? They keep on adding votes because they got to bring those up. So when they look back at it in history, they justify what they did with Biden's 81. I've always told you we're the cure. The Antifa call infiltration was the first salvo of the con psychological warfare. Then when it got amplified, it was multi-billion-dollar suits, which was just, to me, a money laundering fucking racket. It made you believe it must be real. They must try to protect themselves. All the while, they're fucking laughing their asses off because it was USAID money anyway circulating around. Oh, my God, it must be true. Look, they filed lawsuits to keep people from looking at their records. You forget that the Dems in 2016, just the machines, we got to get rid of them all. Russia, Russia, Russia. But when it was a conservative say, we got it all, we got the PCAPs, all 3,000 counties, it was China, here it is. Saying the same thing the Dems said, and you don't even look at the court records to understand. He had to admit in court, he never had it. It was bullshit. And you buy it. And by the way, you got the PCAPs from the CIA whistleblowers showing how it works. What do you have again? CIA whistleblowers telling you it was Venezuela. If we don't get this shit right, we're over. If Biden really won in 2020, they wouldn't be so concerned about our evidence 5 years later. They sell you a story. Well, there was nothing usable there. We are under a con, and you're probably realizing it involves some big names that you trust. And you can't see it. Can't see that all the cases had protected assets in them, but other people went to prison for, like Tina. It's because you need it buttoned up. You got to have clarity on it. Oh, somebody's got this. And here we are, screwed beyond belief, while we still fight to have the evidence protected. But so many people won't even do that. I know, it is the PCAPs. I know it was, because there's a cross on the outside of that shirt. I know it. Those people are nice. Jovan's a dick. Well, I may be hard. That's true. I may be hard. But right now, what I'm telling you, what you may not realize, is you're getting the dick right up the hoo-hoo, and our country is going to fall. But at least they did it nicely. Share this program.
Our courts are based on clear and convincing evidence. Want convictions? Want justice? For what happened in the 2020 election? Then we need your help. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The decision you make in the next few moments could decide whether we ever get our elections fixed or not. Here's why. Trump campaign and allies filed 64 different lawsuits. They all went down in flames. 100% of these cases were presented on "It's the machines," or "The machines changed the votes," or "The voting company executive said he would make sure Donald J. Trump would not win." They all went down in flames. Why? You can't bring theories to court as evidence. No supposed Zoom call or six-degree polynomial math theory or census data is or ever will be proof of fraud. You can't bring theories to court as evidence. Here's why. In both civil and criminal law, the side making a claim carries the burden of proof, and prosecutors must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Without physical or otherwise verifiable evidence, a case cannot meet this high threshold. Physical evidence is the key. The question is, did anyone get relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election? And the answer is yes, absolutely. The full forensic audit of Maricopa County, Arizona is the only evidence-gathering work which gathered relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election. Evidence so damning that the system, the deep state, and those who pull the strings of this country have fought to keep it hidden and have hoped to have it be forgotten to time. Almost $3 million invested in time, funds, and efforts to unlock that which the system wanted hidden. But now, that evidence is in danger of being lost forever. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. With the 2026 midterms coming up, the system is going to try to lame duck President Trump and then most likely introduce new impeachment proceedings. This is the evidence which will help win the war which is surely to come. We need to keep Maricopa County full forensic investigation and archive secure and ongoing. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We need your help securing the full forensic audit archives. Don't allow the only testable, objective, and reliable 2020 election evidence fall into obscurity. Millions were spent on getting it documented and tested. This is historic evidence. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The historic Maricopa County full forensic audit effort processed 20,895,610 digital and forensic images of varying formats, resulted in 208 million individual evidence-proof files. The system processed over 58 billion forensic measurements, resulting in over 2 trillion individual base computations. No hopium, no hype, just hardcore forensic evidence. Please make sure the Maricopa County full forensic audit archives survive. Donate now. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We can't do it without you. We need you. America needs you. Our future needs you. Please donate now. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. Please donate now.